All right, so you're an engineer, you're looking at the massive, kind of chaotic world of AI, and you're just thinking, where do I even start? Well, if that's you, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to cut right through all that noise with a clear, actionable path. So let's just get right to it. This is the big question, isn't it? How do you actually master applied AI? It feels like this giant mountain to climb. You've got all this theory, crazy math, a dozen new coding frameworks popping up every week. It's so easy to get stuck in analysis paralysis before you even write a single line of code. But what if the answer wasn't years of study, but this? 39 days. I know, it sounds incredibly intense, maybe even a little crazy, but it's a focused, structured sprint designed to do exactly that. And we're about to break down exactly how it works. What we're going to do is walk through this amazing roadmap put together by engineer Jeff Procyse. And let me be clear, this isn't about just passively watching a bunch of videos. No way. This is a concrete, day-by-day plan designed to take you from the absolute basics all the way to deploying your very own application. So, let's dive in. Okay, so here's the 10,000-foot view of the entire journey. You can see it starts with the foundations in week 1, right? Then it's on to core machine learning projects. After that, a really deep dive into computer vision. And then you'll tackle mastering language. And it all leads up to the big one, day 39, your capstone deployment. All right, first things first, laying the foundation. Week 1 is all about building your base. You know, you can't build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation, and you definitely can't build a solid AI model without getting the fundamentals down cold. So what does that actually look like? Well, in just the first 5 days, you're going to nail the differences between AI, ML, and deep learning. You'll get the entire end-to-end pipeline. And you'll get your hands dirty building your very first models. You'll even get into key concepts like regularization, which is really just a fancy way of telling your model not to get too clever and overthink things. It's a packed week, but it's designed to get you speaking the language of machine learning fluently and fast. Okay, so with that foundation poured and set, we move into the real meat and potatoes, mastering prediction and grouping. For the next 2 weeks, the focus shifts to building the absolute workhorses of core machine learning. And this slide just illustrates the two big ideas perfectly. On one side, you have supervised learning. Think of this like teaching with flashcards. You show the model labeled data, like photos tagged cat or dog, to teach it how to predict things. On the other side, there's unsupervised learning. This is where you just dump a bunch of unlabeled data on the table and tell the model, go find the interesting patterns. It's all about discovery. And you put this stuff to work immediately. By day 15, you're not doing abstract exercises. You're tackling a real-world business problem, customer segmentation. You'll use clustering and another cool technique called PCA to find natural groupings in your data. This is a skill that businesses pay for sure. Now we're getting into the really, really cool stuff. For weeks 4 through 6, you are entering the world of computer vision. This is where we shift gears from that traditional machine learning into the absolute powerhouse of modern AI, deep learning. And at the heart of all of it is the neural network. I mean, the concept is just amazing. It's inspired by the way neurons are connected in our own brains. These are these complex, layered systems that let a machine learn incredibly intricate patterns from just tons and tons of data. They're literally the engine of deep learning. During this phase, your toolkit just explodes. You'll be building your own neural nets with Keras and understanding how they actually learn from their mistakes. You'll master convolutional neural networks, or CNNs. That's the magic behind image recognition. And you'll learn about transfer learning, which is like giving your model a massive head start by using the brain of a pre-trained expert. And of course, you get your hands dirty. You'll build the classic cats versus dogs image classifier. Now, this isn't just a toy problem. Building a CNN from scratch to accurately tell the difference between these two images really solidifies all that deep learning theory you just picked up. All right, next up, the roadmap shifts from sight to sound, or rather, from images to words. Weeks 7 and 8 are all about tackling text and language as we dive deep into the world of natural language processing, or NLP. And the undisputed king here is the transformer architecture. It's based on this brilliant concept called self-attention, and honestly, it changed everything. This is the groundbreaking invention that powers pretty much all the amazing language AI you see today, from ChatGPT to Google's BERT. So your NLP toolkit will cover the whole spectrum, everything from cleaning up messy text to understanding older ways of handling sequences. But it all builds up to mastering that modern attention mechanism and getting hands-on with the Hugging Face Transformers library, which is the absolute industry standard. Everybody uses it. The project for this section is a classic for a reason. IMDb Movie Review Sentiment Analysis. You'll train a model to read a whole block of text, a movie review, and then decide if the person writing it was happy or angry. It's a foundational skill for, well, everything from monitoring social media to analyzing customer feedback.
And that brings us to the grand finale, the moment it all comes together. Your capstone go live. Day 39 is where you take every single skill you've learned and you put it together, moving from a model that just lives on your computer to a live application the entire world can interact with.
And this is so, so important. Learning the theory is one thing, right? But making something that other people can actually use, that's what makes you an applied AI engineer. This final day is all about making that leap from learner to builder. And the plan makes this final, often intimidating step totally manageable. It's broken down into 3 crystal clear actions. First, you fine-tune a powerful transformer model. Second, you build a simple interactive web front-end with a cool tool called Streamlit. And finally, you deploy it. You make it real.
So when we look back at the whole thing, you can see this really deliberate structure. The journey kicks off with a solid chunk of time on foundational theory. Then it moves to core ML models before dedicating a full half of your time to the cutting edge of advanced deep learning. It's a calculated progression from understanding to doing to truly mastering. And look, if there's one single thing to take away from this entire roadmap, it's this. The philosophy here is relentlessly practical. And why does this matter? Because in the world of engineering, value comes from creating things that actually work. The goal is never just to learn theory. It's to build and to deploy. Which really leaves us with this powerful final thought. This is a true transformation. It's an intense, focused plan for sure, but the outcome is crystal clear, to go from learner to builder in just 39 days. So the only real question left is, when do you get started?